right, good morning. David Parrish here again with Who Runs the City, joined by Brian Hahne. Got the gloves on.
Yes, sir, I'm ready.
A little chilly out here.
Yeah, a little chilly.
Brian is the executive director of the Greensboro Urban Ministry. So we've got a really cool run today, a little different. We're going to do something slightly different. We're going to run to 4 locations in addition to the urban ministry, 4 churches here locally, which is really awesome how they've stepped up this winter and opened up their doors as emergency winter shelters. So really cool. We're going to go by, we're going to stop at all 4 of those churches. Got about a 5K run. I think I looked at it, a little over 3 mile run loop. Actually a cool loop if you want to try it. Let's list the churches, and then we'll talk a little bit about you.
Yeah, so we're going to go from, this is our Gate City campus, Urban Ministry headquarters, if
Greensboro
you will.
Ministry.
Just down the road, we're going to go to Grace Community Church first, and then we're going to cut up Tate Street to First Church on Friendly. And we'll shoot up Friendly to West Market United Methodist Church, and then we'll finish at First Pres, and hopefully loop back here.
So
yeah.
Grace Community, First Baptist, West Market United Methodist, and then First Presbyterian have all stepped up this winter. It's been really awesome. So Brian, how long have you been here as the executive director?
Just a little over 2 years.
Just 2 years.
Yeah.
And done a phenomenal job. Really kind of led this organization with great staff, great volunteers here. If you haven't done so, do so. You can tell we got some food. I felt like we needed to bring some food today.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about what Urban Ministry does, and for instance, even the canned food.
Yeah, so our mantra is food, shelter, and services. Thank you for the food.
Yeah, got a couple back.
Yeah, this is awesome. So this will go to our pantry. We serve on average about 200 households a day.
Wow.
Those are families who are making hard choices about how to feed their kids, pay their bills, and so we tell folks we don't hand you a box of food, you get a grocery cart and you get to shop for what you need. Also, we serve anywhere from 700 to 800 hot meals a day out of our Potter's House Community Kitchen. No questions asked. If you're hungry, we'll feed you.
How many meals?
Upwards of 800 meals a day.
800 meals a day.
Yeah.
Phenomenal,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, we just keep it running. Upstairs here is our shelter. We have 100 beds. 84 for men, 16 for women. We're going to run to the other, what I call extension sites. Those are 57 beds, 12 at Grace, and then 15 at First Baptist, 15 at West Market, and 15 at First Pres. 3 sites are for men, 1 site for women.
So 12, 15, 15, and 15 additional beds this winter that would not have been available to folks that desperately needed them.
That's right. Every night.
Oh, that's great.
December through March. You know, it's an amazing commitment. The churches are providing the hospitality, the food, the relationship. And we, Urban Ministry, this is what is different. We're staffing it. So night management, site coordination, case management. We've hired 32 staff in 45 days to do it. It's incredible. Awesome.
That's great. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
But to support
that's right.
the winter sheltering alone,
Yes.
you needed 32 people.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great.
Yep.
The city stepped up.
City
stepped up. You stepped up. Churches stepped up.
Yep.
The staff and volunteers stepped up during this winter. But it doesn't just end in March.
No.
I mean, the services that you provide go year round, and people,
that's right,
unfortunately, are always in need, but you guys are always here.
Yeah.
How long has Urban Ministry been here?
Yeah, Urban Ministry's been in the community almost 60 years. Wow. So it's a core ministry. It doesn't stop. We're 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I mean, it's on all the time. In addition to food and housing, we also have a robust service support. We do emergency assistance for utilities, rent. We have a spiritual care network of support, and it is an incredible operation, not only with staff, but frankly with volunteers, donors, the community support. We couldn't do it alone.
Yeah.
It's a true community.
If somebody wanted to get involved, go to the website.
Yep.
Always got volunteer links, volunteer opportunities. There's always an event going on. Your event staff is phenomenal. Your volunteer staff is phenomenal. they can still even need some volunteers at times for these winter shelters, especially
Absolutely.
overnight.
Yes, overnight
has been a struggle. The churches have really stepped up, but imagine staffing this for that amount of time overnight. If you're interested, check out the website. If you're interested, bring some food. Always take some funds as well.
Yeah,
you know, it's an expensive operation to run something like this. So let's talk a little bit about you real quick.
Okay.
This is a slight running program. So how long have you been running?
Oh my gosh, I've been running since probably middle school.
Okay.
Intentionally.
All right.
Yeah, I love running.
So before that, unintentionally.
Well,
no, I'm just kidding.
no. I mean, as a kid, running became like a lifeline for me, and not just physically but mentally. So I run almost every day.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do.
That's great.
I really do. I love running.
What's some cool races you've done?
I've competed a lot of local 5Ks.
Yeah.
I've done a half marathon. I'm not a hyper competitive runner. I would consider myself very amateur. But I enjoy it.
As one of the runners we had, you run to complete, not to compete.
There you go.
Right? So,
I like that.
So any particular gear, watches, shoes?
I'm decked out in Tracksmith is my favorite brand.
All right.
I have everything Tracksmith minus my hat. I love it because it's one, it's very functional.
Yeah.
And two, it looks good.
It does look good. Yeah, I got my old stuff on.
Yeah, you're fine,
man. But that looks great.
Yeah, man.
Tracksmith. I'm going to
Tracksmith.
check that out.
Awesome.
Man.
Highly recommend it.
I learned something.
Okay,
All right.
okay.
Where are you from?
Yeah, grew up in Daytona Beach, Florida.
Daytona Beach, Florida.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Any experiences in Daytona?
Yeah,
Beach,
so
Florida?
the reason we were there, my dad ran the Daytona International Speedway for almost 30 years.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
30 years?
30 years. I grew up on at the racetrack. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. Man.
Yeah. It's wild. I worked out there, volunteered. I mean, you name it, I saw it. You know, from
Daytona Speedway.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So family?
Yep, I'm married. I met my wife Sarah, who's native to Greensboro here at college. We met in college.
Where'd you go to college?
Furman University in Greenville,
Furman.
South Carolina. And we have 4 amazing kids. I have 3 boys and a girl, 2 in high school and 2 in elementary school. So
That's cool, man.
I stay pretty busy.
You do stay pretty busy. So you're running every day, whether you run or not, right? You're running around.
Right.
So we're going to run. Anything else on Urban Ministry?
No, just thank you for the support. We love what we get to do here. It's a privilege. It's I tell folks all the time, it's vocation for me. It's a calling. I have a purpose,
that's great.
and I love it.
Well, let's get our watches ready.
Okay.
Like we've done. We're going to start out here.
Okay.
We're going to run down the street. I'm going to hold on to my gloves for now.
Okay.
And we're going to run down Gate City Boulevard, head to Grace Community Church, and we'll stop there briefly.
Let's do it.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Let's go, man. All right, so we've run a little over 0.5 miles up Gate City Boulevard here to Grace Community Church here in Greensboro.
Yeah.
They were the first to kind of publicly step
Yeah, you know, they have a long history of being in this community and caring about the poor, caring about homeless folks. And in fact, Marshall Benbow, who's not here this morning, he really brought a lot of credibility when we pitched the idea.
Right.
Because he's done it, and they were the first to step up. Inside here are 12 beds, all for men. They're on cots. Every evening and morning, they basically have a feast, an incredible meal that the church folks bring. They have relationship. A lot of folks are going to worship here.
That's great.
It's a pretty special place.
So I did not mention when we started, but it is actually a Sunday morning.
Yeah.
So there's people coming in and out. We'll talk to some folks at First Baptist and West Market and at First Pres. I want to hear from them too, like what made them decide to do this and what have they experienced by offering up the church and opening up their doors more than just a Sunday morning worship service. So we're going to run about a mile, I think, to First Baptist.
Sounds about right.
And we'll pick it back up there. All right, so time out. We were about to take off running to First Baptist, and Madam Mayor Nancy Vaughn comes walking down the sidewalk. So Nancy, the city has stepped up tremendously too. We were talking about that earlier.
Yes.
So how cool is it that we were here highlighting the First Church, the partnership with Urban Ministry, and the partnership with the city, that none other than the mayor.
We did not stage this.
No.
This is where I go to church. And it was wonderful. I got to see the way that the We Shelter was set up, and I provided a dinner for the gentlemen that are here and some snack bags during the day. And the outpouring of support that we've had through Grace Church has been amazing. I am so grateful for the 4 churches and for GUM pulling it all together and making it happen.
And I'm not going to get you on camera saying that we'll do a run the city with the mayor. But
On
maybe
an elliptical, we'll
maybe
do
we
it.
could walk the city or do an elliptical of the city.
We could do that. I could definitely walk.
All
The
right.
knees aren't going to let me run. But
My favorite. Thank you for this impromptu
Yeah,
bumping in.
great.
This is why we do this. This is why you
Yes.
run. This is
This
why
is
you get out in the
perfect.
community.
Yeah.
You have collisions with people. You bump into
Yep.
people that you hadn't seen in a while or that you're just getting to know. So this is great. We're gonna run to First Baptist. So
and they won't be nearly as much fun as that.
all right, Brian and I have now completed about a mile and a half. We're about halfway through a 5K. We're at First Baptist Church here, and we'll show you a little bit some pictures of some inside here. But one of the men from First Baptist, Tyrone Smith, helping keep this place to where it can be occupied and clean and prepared for the people.
Yeah.
What's it been like having this be at the church here?
It makes you feel good to know that you're helping, to know that you're being a part of reaching out to the community in such a positive way and having a positive impact on helping people that need it. So yeah, it's been great.
How many people have been here? 15?
About 15.
15?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Any impact on you or some of the staff who've been here? I mean, I know you said it makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Would you do it again? Next year rolls around.
Yeah.
Would the church consider doing this again?
Yeah, I would. You know,
Great.
I mean, I certainly haven't had, any qualms about it. So yeah.
Awesome. So 15 people here.
Yep. That's right.
People like you helping keep this place clean and fed. We got some food over here, and most everybody's gone by 7.
Yeah, usually
7 a.m.
7.
So
7.
kinda
Everybody's
cleaning
heading
out.
out. So
Again, got church this morning. Everybody's kind of getting ready for church.
yep, that's right.
But this is the church.
This is the church. That's right.
Serving people, opening up your doors, not just on Sunday mornings,
That's right.
but every day, every
day.
week.
Yep.
Man, what a blessing.
Yes, sir.
What a testimony.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for people like you, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, we're going to head to West Market, United Methodist, and meet with some folks that are there.
All right.
Folks like you that are making this possible.
Thank you, Tom.
Thanks, buddy. All right, Brian and I are tired. We're getting there. Yeah. It's quite interval training. We are just shy of 2.5, about 2.3 miles. Again, a great loop. It may be a run for people that are watching us actually do the run. It's a great little 5K. But we're here now at West Market United Methodist Church, right here in beautiful downtown Greensboro. Such a gorgeous facility. But on the inside, we're learning it's beautiful as well for what you guys do, but I'm going to highlight the shelter. We're standing in the shelter this morning on a Sunday morning. I would argue too, this has been worship as well for the last few months, where you've opened up your doors and you've allowed people to come and stay. I've got Jan and Debbie joining us here from the church. Site coordinators, you've been helping kind of set this up and operate and kind of make sure people are warm and fed. So how's the experience been for the church or for you two individually?
Our church has been involved with this for about 8 years at least. I've been involved for 8 years. Before that, 2 years before that, and then before that we were a warming center. So we've done this quite a while. We had an interruption with COVID.
Yeah.
So we're happy to pick this back up again and do it again. And our congregation would frequently say, when are we going to do that again?
Yeah.
Yes.
Great.
Right.
Great.
And so this has worked out just great.
And 15 people here
Yes.
on a regular basis?
Yeah,
Every night?
Every night.
yeah.
Every night during this winter?
I love it because you really get to be friends with these guys
Awesome.
and get to know them, and not just be on a first name basis, but kind of know a little bit about their background.
Yeah. But you get to know them as the individuals that they are, and the
Exactly.
humans that they are, not just someone you see from a distance. You've invited them inside your house here.
We try to make it family-like.
Awesome.
We take the guys to do laundry once a week.
Great.
We have a church that takes them to Golden Corral one time while they're here. So we try to include them in the church service. They're all welcome to come to that.
Great.
And so we like to make it as much of a family as we possibly can.
So would you do it again next year?
Daddy's like, what?
Would you do it again? I guess I should say.
think it's a very important ministry.
I do too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not putting you on the hook.
I
But just,
know.
would you repeat it? I guess something that's been rewarding
Yes.
and good for the church to
Yes,
do.
and it's needed.
I just really enjoy it, and again, think it's a super valuable.
Well, can I give you a sweaty hug? Thank you for thanks for what y'all are doing. It's been great. And
Thank you.
we're gonna head on, but thank you for what you've done every day for this winter. So great. All right, we're just shy of 3 miles here. We'll tag on a couple more just to kind of make a full loop. But here at First Presbyterian Church, gorgeous again outside. But again, we've talked about today on this run that the church is not just the building; it's what the people that make it up. So we're here with a friend, Art. Again, none of this is scripted. Art is on the board at Urban Ministry and a volunteer with Urban Ministry. Also attends here as First Presbyterian, and just kind of bumped into him, and he was willing to come out and tell us a little bit. So you've got 15 people here for the winter emergency shelter, is that right?
That's right, 15 males. We have
Okay.
15 males that we're currently housing. We've got shifts set up for the congregation to participate as volunteers. I think the first shift starts at 6 p.m. and goes till 6 a.m. And I think they're in 2 3-hour segments, and then a 6-hour shift, so to speak, over a 12-hour period.
How's it been for the church to open its doors in this fashion, which is atypical necessarily sometimes of what we think of as church? How's it been for the church to make this offering?
It's been an incredible experience because pre-COVID we had a very, very robust housing program here, sheltering program here, and it stopped, 2020 whenever we made the decision to close it. And frankly, some of us wanted to see it reignite, and we just didn't have the wherewithal, or whatever it takes to get something like that going again. Fortunately, when the city of Greensboro contributed money to be administered by Greensboro Urban Ministry, we were one of the 4 downtown churches invited to participate, and I can just say how proud we are as a congregation of, I think it's 3,000 of us here, but to be back involved in sheltering those that need care in the evening hours, particularly during the cold months.
And kind of what you touched on, what you've said, Brian, this
Yeah.
has been such a collaborative effort.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
private, nonprofit, government, non-government, you know, just phenomenal. And thank you for stepping up. Art actually is actively volunteering with the church right now this morning.
quoted from the sermon.
He's got to get back soon. But just want to say thank you, Art.
Thank you, David, for your leadership. Thank you, Brian, for everything you've done.
The staff and volunteers at Urban
We're
Ministry
excited.
have been
First
phenomenal.
Presbyterian's excited.
This is about collaboration. It's about churches, nonprofits, the government stepping up and filling a need and serving our neighbors, because they're our neighbors. They're the people that are in need for now. We may find ourselves in need someday, and we need someone to take care of us. But this is why we do these runs. This is why we do it with friends like Brian.
Enjoyed it, David. Thank you.
We have collisions with Art and the mayor.
Yeah.
People like Tyrone, Debbie, Jan that we bumped into, unscripted. Just take a run, go check out your community, see where you can get involved, see where you can make a difference, and go run our city. Take care.